Well, this first poem, it's sort of, because it is my first sort of gig in Rotherham, because I'm a little nervous. When you're doing a live sort of gig, people sometimes give you advice, sort of thing about what to do when you're up on stage. And one person once told me that the best thing to do is sort of just to breathe deep and picture the audience naked. So this is a poem that I've written. Oh my, you're naked! Oh, you're naked! Oh, put some clothes on! Oh, you're naked! You work out? Okay. This is our soul who struggles to speak. His consonants are incontinent, his vowels are volatile, his nouns are nauseating, his verbs ain't versatile. This bumbling, mumbling, stumbling fool, this stuttering, muttering, spluttering drool. His diction ain't of distinction, his ellipsis has eclipsed us, his elocution needs execution, his hedges need trimming. This bumbling, mumbling, stumbling fool, this stuttering, muttering, spluttering drool. He's shaking his way through Shakespeare, he certainly ain't no Olivier, more pig than Pygmalion, a phonetic sounding alien. This bumbling, mumbling, stumbling fool, this stuttering, muttering, spluttering drool. His parlance ain't no verbal dance, his diphthongs are just plainly pants, his phrasing ain't amazing, his vernacular ain't spectacular. He may not be a great orator, but if you insult him again, please take care. Because while his voice may be small, the verbal gerbil doesn't half kick hard in the proverbial. Started a new poem earlier, but only got halfway through. Just halfway through. Right, I'm just going to do one more poem, and then there's the break. This poem is called Rebels Relationship Roulette. I think it was Nelson Wales. Sometimes when I'm in the mode, I dip into that rebel's bag of relationships, trying to pull out a girl of my dreams, but only get coffee girls, or so it seems. Coffee girls aren't my cup of tea, they leave a bitter aftertaste. I'll spit them out and squirm, and try to learn from my mistakes. Of course, everyone wants a Malteser girl, and I suppose they're sweet to some, but they're just so full of air, and there's not many of them. I wouldn't mind an orange girl, they've got plenty of zest, but they can be a little fruity sometimes, and don't mix with the rest. Toffee girls can be hard work, but at least they stick around, unlike those minstrel girls who just play you about, or so I found. Then there's the raisin girls, always the last in the pack, those shriveled, dried up old dears, they never have much luck. This rebel's bag of relationships is all I've got to choose from, but I'm not worried because I've heard the man from Mars is adding a new one. Hey. Give up Stan Skinny! Single-handedly wearing knife crime across the world. Right, we're gonna. I think another band's gonna come on, and then we're gonna have another 10-minute spoken word section after that. So we'll see you very soon. Thank you. We're gonna have a very snappy spoken word section here, where we're gonna have one poem each from 4 poets. So I'm gonna kick things off quickly with one poem. It's about having a house party and then regretting having to clean up the next day. So I'll dedicate this to the Dickens staff. We're gonna have to clean up after you've all gone. I wish I could say it was nice to meet you, seeing as though you're telling me you're my mate's mate from back in the day, but you've just had a sherbet shower party and are asking me for a towel. And I know how that carpet suspiciously looks like an ashtray from afar, but that doesn't mean I want you to cremate my home or play giant Jenga with beer cans, letting them spill to the floor, all to the soundtrack of your mate emceeing
cleaning poorly while he grafts up my wall. And I know how that toilet seems to be spinning, but that doesn't mean any corner will do. That chewing gum that you left on the banister adds a bit of colour, but thanks mate, it won't help the asking price at all. Cheers for the collection of spent Stella, Rizzler and Flyers. They'll go nicely with the burnt carpet and the red wine stains on the floor. After all, I am your host of drunken bad decisions, crumpled receipt and plastic bags. I am your guilty conscience that remembers throwing down toilet paper and snapping wind mirrors off of cars. As I find another crumpled receipt in my house, I see that someone was served by Tony buying Space Raiders, Rizzler and a Yorkie. And as I notice the crude alien half formations on my front door, I realise that this is the guy that threw up on my porch. Cheers, thank you. Right, I'm now going to invite Will up for a time. Please give him a warm welcome. Will!
I promise not to take up too much of your time. This is called I Fail at Life. My brother's at the crime scene and my sister's on the plane. My father's always cracking backs, my mother does the same. My uncle works in finances, my auntie in retail, a cousin working for his major and another tries to fail. And my friends wake up for breakfast, but I sleep awkwardly. Why do no one wake me up? Why do I fuck up constantly?
Thank you very much, Will. Now please give him a very warm welcome, Mr. Andy Cook.
I used to have this mate called Michael Owens. Michael Owens was the kind of kid who, if he tripped up, would automatically shout, "Pardon!" He was the kind of kid who had school trousers. They were always a bit too small, they would hardly go on. He could get food on his face and be the last in the class to know, last to bring in his school trip, pay slip, maths homework stuffed into his pocket, and he went nuts. He'd yell at the police just to get a chase, and always be loitering on the edge of innocence, but mine were fun and games. And on school days, every day Mr. Weir would still be like, "Michael, where's your tie?" And Mike's like, "It's in the wash, sir." Of course he tossed it, sick of it, because Mike were like that rock and roll, free as a bird and only 13 years old, and we would chat some shit, because Mike was the kind of kid who know weird stuff, like, apparently, if you cut off the cat's whiskers, it loses its sense of balance. Because Mike had chav mates, proper chav mates. Like his one mate Jerome once gave Carl a blowback behind the subway, saw him in town and robbed him the next day. Because maintaining cordial relationships for some people is not a priority, and you'd probably think so too if you lived in a house with a cricket bat in every room. And where Jerome lived, it was open plan, toilets included. 3 yellow Mercedes in the driveway in front of a pile of imported washing machines. It's not subtle how some people make their income, is it? And then soon enough, Mike moves in with them. And then soon enough, we don't see him at school. We only see him at pre-arranged locations at 2 a.m. No impression to teachers, no dirty conversations, just kind of distant, different in the yellow light. A bit business, a bit on guard, a bit acting hard. With us, why bother? Maybe college kids didn't have that much to offer, but we were still mates, Mike. And I can't end it like this, because John's house got raided, right? This is the next part of the story. John's house got raided by the police. The local beef sparks, the police raid, and then there's helicopters and riot gear, an open season on small-time drug dealing. And Mike's played so much GTA, we figured he'd be alright. And then his phone starts going straight to voicemail. See, I used to have this friend called Michael Owens, and if you ever see him, yeah, tell him I said hello. And true story, ending it. He wanted to turn up at my house with a bow and arrow. And we went to the middle of a field with it, and Mike closes his eyes, pointed at the sky, and I fucking leg it. And I'm running and he's laughing and laughing. And all I can think about is that I'm not let on that I'm scared, and he don't even notice me go, because Mike was that kind of kid. You were Michael Owens and you were a joyriding Icarus. Thank you.
Now please give a warm welcome to Katherine.
Alright? Okay, I don't have this one from memory and I'm not even going to try. It's called Teen Speech and it's inspired by Kate Tempest, who's a wicked spoken word artist. Yeah! So check her out. Yeah, this is how it goes. I've got something to say, something to scream of image of me. I'm a teen, not a seeing kid or green. I'm not so naive, not so clean and purified. I'm not H2O and liquid soap. My hands are dirty with thirst and I'm thirsty for a dream. Something to keep me here and fearless. Something to scare the shit out of me. Guys hit on me and I fall in love, cooing at the wooing like a blushing black dove. You think you're so above me, but I'm righteous as hell and it frees me to hear me, my voice scribing passages on the sky, the restless red eye of the sun, which watched me making my own constitution. I will live and no one will tell me that I am wrong. I'm so full of bull according to the exam syllabus, but I piss all over it because I know what I'm thinking and I know what it means, and it means more to me than their grey boundaries. I'm so sick of their limitations because this is a free nation and I'm free to dream and feel, and they can wax my legs but they can't shut this mouth, not even with their lip gloss. I wear it just to lick it off, wear it just to rebel. My spirit will not be quelled and quenched. I will sit on the fence if I choose not to choose, decide not to decide. This is my time, this teen speech, fuck you, I'm out of reach. Thank you.
Dr. Katherine. Right now, to conclude the spoken word section, please welcome back Mr. Stan Skinny.
Got to keep this quick. Right. This poem is, we're going to add some danger now to the poetry reading. We're going to add some danger because I'm going to read this next poem blindfolded. Ooh, oh yes, oh yes. Now this poem is about sleep and an addiction to it. It's called Sleep Junkie. I'm going to lie down as well. I'm going to rest my head on this pillow. Somewhere behind the drums. Somewhere. Yes. Alright, Sleep Junkie. Can you see up your shorts? Can you see up them? No. I don't do drugs, I don't touch that wacky-packy stuff, but there is one thing I just can't get enough. I don't need booze to escape life's hustle and bustle. I get my kicks from not moving a muscle. I'm asleep, I'm asleep, I'm a sleep junkie. On the weekends I get smacked off hammocks, I get mashed off mattresses. I'm a pillow popper, a snoozer abuser, a duvet user. When I'm awake I get withdrawal yawnings. The rain don't need to be pouring to get me snoring. I'm asleep, I'm asleep, I'm a sleep junkie. I throw wild slumber parties that can go on for days. Nod off at 7 and wake up in a haze of the mattress department of the British Home Stores by a security guard disturbing my snores. I say shh, security guard. I say shh. Please, I'm trying to catch some Z's. Whatever you say, I'm not listening. I'm trying to find a world of slumber that's different from this one. Because I'm a daydream believer and a night one too. I'm asleep, I'm asleep, I'm a sleep junkie. Now this addiction to sleeping, well everyone does it. We all need a quick fix to keep us going. A siesta in the afternoon and a nap after tea. Any time's a good time to snore up some Z. So go on, indulge in some serious snooze. Just be careful that you don't overdose. Thank you.